Tonight we report on a wildfire out on Crest Island in Moses Lake that may have been caused by people staying on the island, and registration is open for the upcoming Moses Lake Turkey Trot Fun Run. What's happening in sports, Bob?
There was a full slate of high school football games going on around the basin, and Big Bend Volleyball picks up a win over Columbia Basin College. Let's take a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
And it looks as though we're going to be seeing a little unsettled weather and a little cooler temperatures taking us through the midweek time frame. Keep that umbrella handy. All the details coming on up.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
No one was injured in a Saturday morning fire on Crest Island near Cascade Park in Moses Lake. Fire Chief Tom Taylor said firefighters were unable to access the island, so they let the fire burn the roughly 2-acre property. The cause of the fire was unknown, but 2 people were seen camping on the island in the days before the fire. A neighbor reported the campers to Moses Lake Police. According to a police report, they allegedly had started a campfire. The Moses Lake Search and Rescue Team did send a boat to the island to determine if anyone was in danger, but didn't find anyone. A proposed state budget cut may affect the prizes paid to Grant County Fair participants. The Washington State Department of Agriculture is suggesting cutting $2 million in funding to fairs statewide next year. The proposal comes after the State Office of Financial Management asked all state agencies to prepare for a 15% budget cut. The proposal would cost the Grant County Fairgrounds more than $46,000. The money is used to pay for the prizes given to exhibitors who win a ribbon at the fair. Fairgrounds staff members are examining possible solutions if the funding stops, including ending the prizes or seeking donations to fund them. People will have another chance to meet with Grant County candidates Tuesday evening. The Republican women of Grant County are hosting the forum starting at 6 p.m. at the Moses Lake Senior Center located at 608 East 3rd Avenue. Candidates for county assessor, auditor, treasurer, commissioner, and state representative were invited to attend. 2 people were injured in a Thursday afternoon collision on State Route 28 near Ephrata. Charles Kempter, a 92-year-old Soap Lake man, was reportedly making a left turn onto Alder Street in a 1999 Subaru Legacy when a GMC pickup driven by Joe Hermans, a 75-year-old Soap Lake man, struck the car. Both men were taken to Columbia Basin Hospital for their injuries. The Washington State Patrol reported the collision was caused by Kempter failing to yield the right-of-way and issued him a citation. Registration is open for the 4th annual Moses Lake Turkey Trot to benefit the Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation. Online registration for the 5K Fun Run is open until November 8th. The cost is $15 and includes a shirt. People can also register the day of the event for $18. The run is set for November 15th, starting at 9 a.m. at Blue Heron Park. Packet pickup and day of registration starts 2 hours before the run. All proceeds from the event benefit the Cancer Foundation. For more information, call Kelsey Grant at 509-855-1692 or email mlturkeytrot2013@yahoo.com. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Angus Lee, the Grant County prosecutor. and I've spent my entire adult life committed to public service. As a younger man, I fought for our country in the United States Marines, and I was awarded the Combat Action Ribbon and the Purple Heart. For nearly a decade now, I've been fighting criminals here in Grant County. My trial record speaks for itself. I have convictions in over 90% of my jury trials, and I've personally prosecuted the most serious cases, and I've won.
Angus Lee, the proven crime fighter.
I'm Angus Lee, and I approve this message.
Bud Clary Ford Honda is proud to be an automotive leader in our area. Since opening our doors over 54 years ago, we have kept a firm commitment to our customers. We offer a wide selection of vehicles and hope to make the car buying experience as quick and hassle-free as possible. You can trust that we will get you into the car or truck of your dreams. Bud Clary has an experienced and reliable service and parts department that is open extra hours to help fit our customers' hectic schedules. Come for a test drive today at 1200 South Pioneer Way. We are a proud supporter of Columbia Basin Athletics.
Hi everybody, meteorologist Don Morelli with you here on iFIBER Channel 1 News Weather and our forecast overnight tonight brought to you by Bud Clary Toyota Dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And it does look like the unsettled cool pattern that we've been forecasting since late last week for much of this week is about to start. So we're looking for the midweek cool down, but then we see a nice warm up by the end of the week into the weekend. So turning cooler, unsettled. Next 24 hours through Wednesday, getting a little bit breezy on Wednesday as well, even into Thursday. And then maybe another little band of showers comes back Friday to announce the little warm-up that'll come up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. In the meantime, it wasn't too bad today. We had temperatures above normal, 72 and 47 the extremes, when normally 64 and 40 where we should be. We'll be more seasonal tomorrow and much of the midweek time frame. 74 and 45 the extremes in Moses Lake. And again, normally the mid-30s are the low. So getting a little chilly the next 24 to 36 hours as cool front moves through. Right now the breeze from the south, but it'll be shifting to the west and northwest the next 12 to 18 hours. 69 degrees with the setting sun. And here's what's going on, folks. Here's a rather powerful little cool front that'll be moving across the Cascades, and it's continuing to push across right now. And we'll look for the shower threat to actually increase the next 12 to 24 hours, particularly Tuesday midday through Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. If you look closer as we get into the cool pocket, you can see the little change to some pink there. So the snow level probably dropping to around 5,000 feet, especially the overnight hours Tuesday night and also Wednesday night. Little decrease in some precipitation event on Thursday, but more is out here, and again, we'll look for that to come in on Friday. And as the precipitation decreases Wednesday, Thursday, the breeze will start picking up a little bit as well. So our forecast looking for considerable cloud cover and scattered showers across much of the state, particularly over the mountains, and then we'll see some sun, but cool 50s and 60s along the coast. And then here we go with mostly cloudy skies, inland northwest, only lower to mid 60s for the daytime highs. Now, as we zoom in into our vicinity, you'll see that maybe a peak or two of the sun, but the umbrella surely will be needed as the afternoon progresses and overnight. Shower threat does increase, and looking for, again, snow level in the mountains if you're traveling west or northwest, probably 5,000 feet, not much lower than that. So it's not that low, but it is just signs of change of seasons. And you can see the cooler seasonal temperatures, breezy conditions into midweek, but then we warm it up as we slide into the weekend. And look at Sunday, Monday, back into the 70s. Again, keep it here. Sports is next. Have a great night, everybody.
What does it take to be the most fuel-efficient, full-line automotive manufacturer? Fuel-efficient vehicles, of course. And at Toyota, we've got them. From Camry and Camry Hybrid to Corolla, the best-selling car in the world, all the way to our Prius family, delivering up to 53 mpg. The great news is right now you can take advantage of financing as low as 0% or cash back savings of up to $1,000, all while enjoying excellent fuel economy. For full details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Daryl Pheasant. I've been your treasurer for 28 years. I take my oath seriously, following the laws consistently and fairly. This complex job depends on experience. Experience to run a $200 million public investment pool. Experience working with state agencies, banks, attorneys, title companies. Experience to know the law and be able to explain it. With reduced staffing, we need a working treasurer. Let me continue working hard for you. Public service, experience, leadership that is unmatched. Vote Daryl Pheasant for County Treasurer.
The Afraid of Tigers were looking to make it 5 wins in a row when they hosted Sela Friday night. But the visitors from Yakima Valley played an unwilling participant in front of a full house at Kiwanis Field. Reporter Sean Wells was on hand for the action.
It was a wild homecoming night in Ephrata as the Tigers hosted the Sela Vikings. Sela's running game proved strong all night with Vance Wood and Ches Jackson getting the bulk of the carries. Sela struck first in the game when quarterback Montana Blim threw a quick pass outside to Ches Jackson, who broke a tackle, then took it 67 yards for the touchdown. Nick Lobe had some nice runs for the Tigers, and quarterback Lloyd Burleson had a few nice throws, and finding Connor Martin here for the touchdown. It was a back-and-forth ball game until Sela broke away in the fourth quarter, taking a 23-14 lead and never looking back. Sela knocks off the 9th-ranked Tigers 23-14 and moves ahead of Ephrata in the CWAC standings. For iFIBER 1 News, Sean Wells.
Quincy held off a late Red Devil charge to escape with a 34-29 road win at East Valley. The Jacks turned out 443 yards on the ground and 5 rushing touchdowns on the night. But quarterback John Lindquist didn't complete a pass in 4 attempts in the CWAC League contest. He did, however, rush for 172 yards and 2 scores. Quincy led 27-7 at the half. The Jacks' staunch defense limited East Valley to 41 rushing yards and 183 passing yards. The win is a second in the row for the Jacks, who moved to 2-3 in the league standings. Mickey Polchowski threw for 406 yards and 6 touchdowns, and Pateras beat Almira Cooley Heartline 60-44. Charlie Hunt led the ACH attack with 293 yards rushing on 44 carries and 5 touchdowns. The Warriors trailed the entire contest, down 16-8 after 1 quarter of action and 30-24 at the break. Nathan Ball ran for 115 yards and 4 first-half scores, and Moses Lake roughed up Sunnyside 42-13. A packed house witnessed total domination by the Chiefs, who scored on 5 of 6 first-half possessions. Sophomore QB Wes Harrington looked solid in his first start of the season. Coach Todd Griffith was impressed with Harrington's outing and tabbed him as the starter the rest of the way. The win moves the Chiefs to 2-0 in the Big 9 League standings and 1 game back of first-place Wenatchee. In other Basin gridiron action, it was Warden dropping a 26-13 game at White Swan. The Soap Lake Eagles had their wings clipped 40-13 in Kittitas. Othello beat Grandview 38-14, and Royal picked up a 58-30 win on the road at Riverview. And finally, Big Bend pulled out a 4-set win over Columbia Basin on the Lady Vikings home court Friday. The team combined for 49 kills on the afternoon. Shania Bateman led the attack with 14, Whitney Southam added 11, and Peyton Clark and Brooke Bowers finished with 10 each. The win moves Big Bend to 4-3 in NWAC East Region play. The Lady Vikings trail second place Walla Walla and Spokane by a game in the standings. Big Bend is back on the court Thursday in Spokane for a match with the Sasquatch. We'll be right back after this.
This is Garth Dano. I'm asking for your vote for Grant County Prosecutor and have practiced law here with my family for 34 years. I care about this county and the people who live and raise their families here. I'm committed to improving our justice system in Grant County so we can all be proud of it. I will hold serious offenders accountable and will work with all our police officers to protect the public. Currently, it takes 3 to 4 years to have a civil trial heard in our courts. I am committed to working with the judges to solve this unnecessary delay. Please vote for me in the upcoming general election. I am Garth Dano and I approve this message.
I'm Jacob Taylor, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor. As a certified public accountant, I hold myself to the highest level of ethical standards. As a former assistant state auditor and the current director of budget and accounting for Grant County, I have spent my entire professional career working in governmental finance. Please vote to ensure your next county auditor is certified with the experience and integrity necessary to lead Grant County forward. Vote Jacob Taylor, CPA, for Grant County Auditor.
Our spotlight story tonight is about an old-fashioned harvest festival in Quincy that showed visitors what it was like to live in the area more than 100 years ago. Reporter Cameron Probert has the story.
Hundreds of people got the chance to experience pioneer life at Quincy's Ryman Simmons House on Saturday. The city's museum held its 12th annual Harvest Fest. Participants had a chance to churn butter, press cider, use a washing board, along with experiencing other facets of pioneer life. Harriet Weber with the Quincy Valley Historical Society said the event is designed so people can come and see what life was like in 1904 when the house was built.
We had the idea, visiting places like Sturbridge Village and Williamsburg on the East Coast, could we do something with our small little all-volunteer historical society to allow people to experience life as a pioneer and do as many hands-on activities and fun things as we could think of and make happen, all with volunteers.
The Historical Society collected the items used in the demonstration over the course of several years. They researched what was necessary for each of the stations and began looking for the items in antique stores or through donations. They also had to research how each of the tasks was performed.
Well, of course, the internet is a big helping out, but when we started, we didn't have the internet as much. And, we would read diary accounts of pioneers, and then you talk to people who maybe were children. Even back in the 30s and 40s, a lot of these same skills were being used here, even some in the 50s. So you glean information from folks and books, and as best you can, then we write out information and scripts for the people who are willing to man the stations, and that's how we do it.
Weber said the turnout for the event was good and drew both young and old.
There's not very many activities where everybody can enjoy themselves anymore. And so this is an event where multi-generations can come together and have a good time.
Weber said it's important for children to understand what it took to settle the area. 2 days before the festival, third graders from Quincy schools came to the museum for a field trip.
After they have lesson plans in their classrooms and all kinds of things, hands-on teacher trunks, then they come here and get to participate in a lot of the hands-on stations. And we do that so that these children will grow up with appreciation for the heritage of this town and what it took to make this town, and that they'll feel a sense of pride in it.
Mandy Otley was one of the people putting on demonstrations during the event. She showed people how to operate a sewing machine built in the early 1900s.
I've got several little children that have been just adorable watching how this works.
For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
Thank you, Cameron. We will be right back after this.
Hello, my name is Michelle Jaderlin, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor. So why should you vote for me? I've lived here for 30 years, and for the past 23 years, I've worked for Grant County. I know every aspect of the job. The people at the county know and rely on me, and know I will be here when they need me. The auditor handles a great deal of money that needs to be accounted for by someone who is committed to serving the people of Grant County. My name is Michelle Jaderlin, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor.
Hi, this is Kelly Moore from Moore Furniture. I want to let you all know how excited we are about Sealy's new gel memory foam beds. Sealy has taken memory foam to a whole new level by infusing gel beads into the mattress to keep you from getting too warm while you sleep. They come with a 25-year warranty, and we've got them on our floor for you to try out. We also offer free delivery and in-house financing, so stop by and see us and get yourself sleeping good at night. Remember, whatever you do in bed, Sealy supports it. So come see us at Moore Furniture in Ephrata or find us on the web at moorefurniture.net.
Welcome back. Grant PUD and the Wanapum Heritage Center are celebrating area Native American culture during Archaeology Days on Wednesday and Thursday. The annual event marks National Archaeology Month and takes place at the Wanapum Tribal Village located at 15655 Wanapum Village Lane Southwest in Beverly. The event offers an educational opportunity with demonstrations, lectures, and interactive displays relating to the Wanapum Band of Priest Rapids. Activities include hide processing, tule mat weaving, beadwork, and the Wanapum Native American Discovery Unit. This year's event showcases the latest information related to the 9,000-year-old Kennewick Man. Forensic anthropologist Dr. Douglas Owsley of the Smithsonian Institution will provide insights from his years of research. In Northwest news, a Seattle woman lost for days in the Cascade Mountains is back with her family. A rescue helicopter spotted her and brought her to safety. Matt Lorch has that story.
Checked out inside an ambulance, 21-year-old Paula Reuter is scratched and bruised, but alive. And here, able to smile about what she's been through. It is pure relief for her parents.
Thank you guys, thank you so much. And thank you for all the prayers too. Thank you.
They're thankful, all right. Rescue crews had a general idea of where to look for the 21-year-old. Because Monday, Paula snapped this picture while hiking near Snoqualmie Pass with her 2 dogs. When she did not return home, police launched an all-out search of the rugged terrain.
We had over 16 teams of search and rescue folks out there today. They were as far back as 10 miles in on trails looking for Paula.
This afternoon, a helicopter crew from Snohomish County spotted her about 6 miles from her trail along a river.
She mentioned that she ate some mushrooms. She maybe even ate some tree bark.
She built fires.
She built fires, and she was pretty resourceful.
Reuter did not eat the beef jerky she had with her. That went to her dogs. She's a bit weary from spending 3 nights in the wilderness with temperatures dropping into the 40s, but grateful.
Because she didn't realize, you know, so many people would be looking for her. She thought she had to rescue herself. So it makes her feel good and kind of a little, not guilty, but, you know, I felt like, oh, what a fuss I made. I could have made it out, but she couldn't have. She was trapped in a place where there was no way to get out.
Washington residents can expect to start seeing the state general election voters pamphlet in the mailbox. The State Elections Division is putting them in the mail this week. They should arrive by October 22nd. The pamphlets go to 3.2 million households. There are 3.9 million registered voters in the state, so if there's more than one voter in a household, they should share. The guide includes information on state candidates and the 3 statewide initiatives, I-1351 to lower class sizes, and the competing gun control measures, I-591 and I-594. It also includes advisory votes on 2 tax-related bills passed by the legislature. An incredible weather phenomenon is caught on video near Seattle, a waterspout. Similar to tornadoes, waterspouts aren't uncommon around Florida, but they're very rare in the Pacific Northwest. And this one triggered the first tornado warning for the Seattle area in nearly half a century. Kristen Drew has the video.
Yeah, that's a tornado.
This view of the waterspout was captured 130 feet in the air from a cell tower in DuPont.
The sky turned black. I mean, it was pretty interesting. It was the darkest I've ever seen clouds.
Justin Hayes was working at the top of the tower when he noticed the distant clouds getting darker. Then he heard thunder.
As soon as we heard the thunder, like that was our okay. Like it's time to get down. So we grabbed everything we could, lowered down our tools.
At Nisqually Reach, looking out toward Anderson Island,
wind was so loud, and it was raining a lot.
The Samaras family also heard thunder, then noticed what looked like a medium-sized dust devil about 50 feet above the water.
It was moving really fast. It was just really insane. The water was kind of being really rough, and even after it was done, the waves were pretty loud, and it was kind of windy, and it was raining really hard.
They thought a tornado was forming, but then the water spout disappeared. Things quickly changed again when the Samaras family saw this funnel.
I thought it was kind of insane because in Washington, nothing really like that happens. Usually it just rains and it's windy.
In fact, this water spout triggered a very rare tornado warning. It was the first one issued for the Seattle metro area in nearly 45 years.
Yeah, so that's definitely a tornado.
The whirling column of air was heading east towards Steilacoom at 25 miles per hour. It was here and gone within 2 minutes.
It was pretty neat. It was a cool experience. It's definitely something on the bucket list and take off now.
And that's going to do it for us here at iFiber One News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.